Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another podcast, another Raw Talk. Today, I got my boy Keith. And realistically, I mean, we're heading into a new year. If you guys are watching this, it's probably going to be in 2022 when you guys watch this. And the video that I had in mind, because I know a lot of people jumping into 2022, is you guys want to become full-time filmmakers. You guys want to quit that full-time job. And today, I wanted to bring in one of my guys that I actually met when I just started photo, video, and basically have him give me questions, everything that he's seen from the beginning until now, and hopefully can help you guys make the right decisions. Basically, he might be able to bring out more out of me, so I decided to bring him in. So let's get started on that, Keith. So what's the first thing that you like to ask that probably help filmmakers that want to get to that level?
Yeah. Well, like Mario was saying, I watched him from the beginning when he was still at Home Depot, right?
That's when I used to go to the gym, right?
Yeah, so I was working at 24, and he would come in at night right when I'm getting ready to leave, and just from there we just kind of built the bond, and we were just talking one day, and he just told me, hey, I just want to quit my job and get into filmmaking, but he was still kind of hesitant. So, and then I just remember one day he was just like, yo, I did it. I'm not working at Home Depot no more. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, congratulations, bro. And then what, 3-4 years later? 3 years?
From that moment to now, I think it's 5 years probably.
Yeah,
it's probably 5 years.
About
Yeah,
5 years later, bam! Now he has 2 studios, an office, and is killing it. Crazy.
Thankfully, man. Thankfully, you know.
So I guess we could just start there with what made you do the jump? Because I remember you talked about it for weeks, months, I think even, and then just one day you actually just did it. So what was that like?
Well, I think I would have done it a long time ago if it was just out of me. But me being in a Hispanic family,
right.
Parents, they're against that. If you're telling them you're gonna quit to pursue a dream, you're quitting a full-time job to just go to an unknown territory where it's not guaranteed every day, every week. It's already hard. Like, your parents are not gonna have trust in you, and that's what happened. My parents didn't believe me. It was a hard thing. The other problem that I had was people didn't know this. I think I told you after, maybe during that time, but I was in a $100,000 debt.
Right.
I was in a massive debt. Keep in mind, people that don't know me real good, I didn't get into filmmaking or photography thinking this was gonna be a career. So technically, the way it was when I was at Home Depot, I accepted defeat. I accepted that I'm just trash. Like, I have nothing left going for my life. That's really what it was. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? But cameras make me happy. So let me just get in debt and say, fuck it.
Oh, and so, shit.
Yeah. I accepted defeat in life, bro. So that is exactly what I did. And I just said, I'm just going to buy this, I'm going to buy that. And then that was when I was hanging out with Kevin a lot. So when we used to go to Venice Beach to just film and have fun, I was like, man, if only I had a drone, if only I had a gimbal, if only I had this lens. Right. So I was just getting in credit cards, getting all this type of shit, not knowing that by just getting myself and admitting defeat and going this hobby, love for the filmmaking, photography, it was going to eventually pay itself off. So it was actually it turned out to be an investment, thankfully, because if not, my life was fucked for the rest of my life.
Thank Christ. That would have been bad.
And it was $50,000 in credit cards on camera gear, and it was $50,000 on a BMW that I had at that time. Right. So that was in total $100,000 that I was able to flip around, thankfully, bro. But it was something that I would tell everybody it wasn't easy, and that's what made me kind of hold back because I had so many bills.
Yeah.
When I quit, it was a stupid ass. I think I told you I had $1,500 in my savings.
Yeah,
that's all I had.
That's all you had.
And my monthly expenses were $2,200 or $2,400 or something like that. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna make this. But as soon as I quit, I went to Uber and Lyft to do it. Sure enough, the next week I ended up going on my email. I mean, the next day I checked my email. Never checked my email. I wasn't in business, bro. And I just decided, I don't know what made me decide to check it. I got an email and some agency hit me up. Hey, we like your videos. We would like to, we would like to have you on their team and this and that. And I was like, this is some bullshit. I don't believe this. So I hit them up and I was like, let me give it a shot. Sure enough, they were here in West Covina. So I was like, okay, let me go check it out. It was official. So from Home Depot making, I think $14.50 the hour, I went to making $50 the hour.
Ooh.
So bro, it was like the biggest jump of my life. Yeah. I was like, I'm getting paid $50 an hour. I'm like, damn, what the, I was shocked. I mean, dude, 15 hours just to film, no edit, no nothing. I'm over here shooting $200 videos, filming, editing, because like you're learning, you're trying to grow your brand and everything. So I'm like, how the hell did this happen, man? So at that moment, I feel like, I had something in me. They said that like my image, they look the way I go the use of my camera, my equipment and everything. So yeah, that was like the start of everything, bro.
Holy cow. My man said, fuck it, I'm a loser. I'm just about to go buy stuff.
I suck. My life is going nowhere. That's what it was.
Wow. Little did you know that was going to turn out to be the biggest blessing of your life.
Yes. Yeah, bro. I just said, I didn't go all in to say like, this is what I want to do. This is more of like, this makes me happy.
Yeah. That's actually good because like so many people nowadays, they're always, and I think a lot of it's just BS where everyone's like, I just believed in myself. I put 100% in and da-da-da-da. But yours was the opposite. You was like, I didn't believe in myself. I had no clue what I was about to do. I just was being dumb. So I guess talk me into that mindset of how did you get from having unbelief in yourself to where you're like, I'm just a loser, this is just my life, to getting yourself out of that mentally to now where you're at, where you're so upbeat, you're so like, I'm not a loser, this is my passion, this is my drive. How did that kind of change?
It was more of like just all the people that were contacting me, the bookings I was getting, people were just contacting me daily, on a day-to-day. People love my work, people love the videos I was releasing to them. I mean, that gave me motive where it was like, man, like people really pay me money to do their type of videos. Like, I think I got something in this that I can go all in on.
Right.
Of course, it came with a lot of self-aware. That's my biggest word for any filmmaker. If you're trying to do this full time, you gotta look into the mirror and you gotta like correct yourself. You gotta tell yourself where you lack, what you gotta work on. Where I see a lot of filmmakers making things wrong is they're just because they're getting booked a lot, they think they're great. Their ego gets big. And for me, I was getting booked a lot, and I still was like, no, bro, I have ways to go. I've always remained humble. I never brag about my work. I just do me. And if people say dope work, I appreciate it. But I'm not gonna say that you see my work, this is dope. And I don't talk about that because it's just something you shouldn't be doing. Let the people speak for that. And when people started speaking on that, I was like, dude, like I can do something here. And it was just, I think the biggest fun out of this whole thing is if you know me real good, I've always wanted, my whole thing was I want to be a millionaire one day, not to have millions. It's more of like, if I can have millions, I'll be able to help people. I'll be able to get people out of slumps, whatever I could do with that.
Help people out.
And sure enough, maybe God didn't gift me with $1 million, but what God did give me with was with a camera and bringing out a vision to help somebody reach their goal or one step closer to their dreams.
Right.
So the camera was kind of like another way to help the community, to help the people. So that to me was like, like, dude, like this is it. Like I finally have a way to help people.
Yeah.
And that's what really like gave me that extra motive to keep going.
So it was kind of like defining your purpose in the camera that kind of got you out of that mentality of like, oh shoot, this isn't it for me. Like there is I can be better, I can be greater.
Exactly.
Oh, so then kind of balancing off that as well is like what you said with your parents. A lot of people also deal with that with, mom and dads
not believing.
Yeah, because
they don't understand the jump.
Right, because understandable. That generation comes from you work, you retire, and you do whatever the fuck you do. You
climb up the ladder at a Walmart, at a Best Buy.
Right, which for the record, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do, get your coins. But for someone that doesn't, and your parent comes from that, of course you guys naturally gonna butt heads. So what was it that made you finally take the jump? Just go, you know what? It is what it is. I'm just gonna have issues with my parents for right now, because I'm sure they weren't happy with once you quit your job at Home Depot. So how was that transition for you as well?
So I had a mentor. She was actually my next door neighbor, where I live at right now. And she actually told me something. So for a while, it was just more of like, I used to go to her house a lot. And I used to say, like, man, like, my parents don't believe in me. Like, it sucks. Like, I'm really trying to change their life. And I'm really trying to, like, do it. And they're not believing in me and this and that. But the one thing that, thing that I took away from that conversation was, you got to stop trying to convince your parents because they live in a different era. So what I want you to do is just go out there and make it happen, and they will eventually see it, and then everything falls into place. But in the moment, you're not, no matter what you do, they're not gonna understand it. You gotta change it. So that's exactly what I did. I just started working. It got to the point where I think 2 years it took 2 years. I remember clearly. My dad walked into my room, and he saw the computer, all these computer parts I bought. And he's like, "Hey man, what's up, what's all this? And I was like, oh, these are the computers I needed because I need a faster editing setup and etc. And he was like, how much did it cost? I'm like, well, what does it matter? And he's like, oh no, it's I just want to know how much it costs. And I was like, oh, it was like $2,500 for this whole thing. So he steps outside, he comes back in, and he gave me $2,500.
Oh shoot!
That was the first time he ever gave me any freaking dollar, bro, for anything film photo related, bro. They never nothing. Everything was self-funded from myself in this career, which again I didn't think it was gonna be a career, but everything came out of my pocket. So yeah, the fact that he did all that, it took 2 years for my dad and my mom to finally see
get on board.
Yeah, and to see like Mario's actually doing this. Like, you know, and of course as they started seeing my team show up at the house, loading my car, they started probably seeing like this is real.
Yeah.
Of course, now they go to family parties and they brag like my son is doing this and that. So what I would tell filmmakers right now is your parents are gonna, you know, they're not gonna understand you, but just keep pushing, keep working. Honestly, they live in a different era, and it's okay. You don't have to fight to have them. You don't need their support. You don't need nobody's support. You need yourself. You're gonna find a team that's gonna help you get to the next level as well, but you don't need your family. I never had my family. It took 2 years for them to just support me. But again, you don't need their money. You don't need their support. None of that. Just do it. Commit to it. And again, you could commit all you want. That don't mean you're gonna be successful. There's a lot more that comes with it.
Right. Absolutely. And like you were saying too, a team. You know, you can't do everything by yourself. So I got to bring up the superstar of the team. The Scottie Pippen.
Oh, to the Jordan.
We get Scottie to Jordan, D Wade to Bron.
Okay.
Oh, Didi the GOAT. How was that? Because of even for me, I remember when there was no Didi. I remember it was literally just you, and you was just grinding. And I remember you telling me about the headaches of just trying to do it by yourself. And I remember it was at America's Best. I was working at the eyeglass place, and that's when you first came in with her.
That's right. Okay.
Yep. And I was like, who is this? He's like, oh, this is my girl, Didi. And she's like, oh, hey. And then, because I think that was right around the same time you had kind of
quit.
Yeah.
It was around that time.
So how has just her help been? Because I've also seen the inconsistent people that you've had. I ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah.
But you know who you are.
Yeah.
But you have so many people inconsistently. You said your family. I remember you said almost all of them even stopped like messing with you when you started like focusing on us. But she was the only one who was like, nah, I'm on your side. I'm right here with you. So how has that been just having?
So that's actually a good one, bro, that you're bringing that up. Because one thing that I realized is doing anything that you're trying to do in life, I always tell people you got to put your priorities down, and if that's something you want to do, you got to go all in. And in my case, all families stopped talking to me because they were just like, oh, all you're doing is filmmaking. You don't make no time. You need to take a break. You need to come hang out with us. But in my head, I'm like, this is not a job. It doesn't feel like a job. Like, I'm enjoying this shit. And it takes someone really strong and it's really hard to have anybody understand an entrepreneur life where you got to do it. It takes work, bro. It takes a lot. And Didi was the only one, my girl, that again, she was working a regular job, so she didn't understand entrepreneur. She wasn't an entrepreneur at that time, but
real quick, I'll cut you off. She worked at Victoria's Secret.
Yeah,
knew nothing about cameras.
Nothing.
Nothing.
The
floor is yours again.
So yeah, she knew nothing, but yet she still, pushed me to go full time. She was always my backbone. She was always there supporting, always giving me good advice, just being there. And I guess she's the only one that trusted me and what I was able to do for the world. And on top of that, my vision, she kind of saw what I wanted to do. I spoke to a lot of people about my vision, but not everyone understood. Some people thought I was crazy or whatever the case is, but she was the only one. So what I'm trying to say with all that is you guys are all gonna get fat. Like, again, I have no family. Like, so this is the one thing I learned. You know how everyone says, oh, when some people get too big, they get too big on themselves and they don't talk. It's not that. The one thing I want everyone to hear right now is when you start elevating in your craft, all those people that were not around, which is going to be a gang of people when you're starting your career, there's going to be a lot of people not around. They're not going to trust you, or they're going to push you to the side like you're a joke. Right. Once you start making it, you're not going to want these people because where were they when you were starting off? Right. So yeah, your circle becomes small and they might be calling you think you're too good, but no, I know where the hell you were when I was there. So you become smaller and lonelier at the top, but that's just what comes with, with building something. No one's really going to believe in you, and that's fine. It's up to you to you're the only one with the vision,
Right.
and it's up to you to execute and make it happen for your own life. It don't matter what family thinks. And my family walked away. Till this day, actually, not one family member has ever booked me for photo or video. And I can tell you how many times I've seen them get married, graduation photos. Like, there's so many things that I've seen in my family, and no one has ever paid me for my services. And to this day, I still made it to where I'm at. I'm in a good place, and you guys don't need no family member to support your ass. You guys can make it happen on your own.
Right.
And so don't get scared or don't get sad if people are not paying you for your service. Dude, put it to the side. What matters is the outside people. Those are the people that are gonna get you to the next level.
Right. Because that's crazy. Nobody
ever supported me, bro. Not one. Yeah, not one.
Not even like somebody who got married and they were like, hey, let me just have you just do it. Or not even ask?
Not even ask.
Wow.
Yeah.
Family is shiesty, boy.
And you talking about my whole family's right here where I'm at. They're like within the area.
They're all in
They're
Duarte
all
area.
here in Pasadena, Duarte.
Damn.
Bro, not one. So it's like that showed me like what kind of family do I got. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, you don't need family. Like, sometimes it might be your best friend. It might be someone, like there's like, for example, I can name from the maybe 6 people, right? Like, excluding my brother. It could be like you, my girl, John, Jose. And then I will always say Kevin. Kevin definitely helped me out.
He was in the beginning.
So that's 5 people that I can name. The rest, bro, I don't know who the hell they are. They've been in and out. Like, yeah, people have helped me,
of course.
But as far as like been there and done a lot, like though you guys are the 5 that I can for sure count a lot of different lists that you guys like helped build me up. So yeah, man.
Dang, that's wild. But that's dope though, because like you said, I mean, we love family. We don't get to pick them. We just gotta get them.
Yeah.
So we just gotta roll what we gotta roll with. And yeah, I mean, if they don't support your vision, it is what it is. But you just gotta keep going. You can't let that distract you or get you down or get you in the dumps, because you still have a goal that you're trying to achieve. So talk me into that mentality of how that clicked over to like, you know what? I just gotta leave them alone. I have to leave them alone. And whatever they say, especially with social media, they be like, oh, Mario's acting brand new. And then they got their little however many followers. And then they're like, oh, yeah, he is acting brand new. And they don't even know the whole backstory. They're just going off of the perception that was put out there when that's not the truth. So how did you kind of navigate with all of that stuff going on? Like in the middle of your success?
Like all the like family and stuff?
Yeah, like how are you able to get through your family not supporting you, them talking about you, saying you're too good, all this just nonsense that you know isn't true, while also trying to build a brand? Because I'm sure that's mental battles in itself.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
How are you balancing both? So I got to build this and I got to deal with them.
Well, for me, is I pushed to the side. I'm like, I watched the video and was like, well, what's more important? That's really what you should be doing. And for me, it was like, I don't give a damn who they are. Like, they're cousins. I don't care. Like, are they gonna make my career? Like, are they like all my family at that moment? I was just watching them, and it's just like literally they're just drinking on the weekends, bullshitting, hanging out, and I'm like, that's cool. You guys can do that. There's people that do that. That's fine.
Right.
As far as me, I'm trying to change my life.
Right.
Like, I grew up with no money. I grew up in the hood.
Right.
I grew up with nothing. So I got to get my ass out of this. And how do I do that? I got to put the work in. I'm not gifted with money. I'm not gifted with nothing. So but there is social media, there is YouTube. I could learn. There is ways to go about it. Right. So I had to put in the work and just literally just scratch them all, bro. But like, let them talk, let them say what they want to say. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Just ignore it and just fuck it
and just do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's all I could do.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
They're out of my control. They can speak all they want. At the end of the day, bro, people are gonna speak about you regardless of where you're at. Whether you're at the beginning or blessed and successful as hell, they're still gonna speak up. So just do you and. Just
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I feel you on that, man. Cause especially nowadays, everyone talks so much and just always got so much to say, and just mind your business. Especially if you're not even gonna tell the whole truth. Don't tell half of it. Tell the full thing. So I respect that. I really do, because of just somebody who's also trying to do his own thing. It's hard to you constantly deal. You hear people talking, especially when I want to bounce back to people who don't see your vision. I think the most frustratingest part is when people don't see your vision. Because especially nowadays, everyone's kind of doing the same thing. And that's not a knock on no one, so don't get sensitive. I know we live in that type of era, but everyone's the same for the most part. So when you come and you say something different, no one really goes, oh yeah. Everyone's just kind of like, oh,
yeah,
weird. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like because that's my hardest part. It's just like, I wish I could just take it and just put it in your brain, and then you can finally see what I see. So how did you also kind of navigate through that with just dealing with people who didn't see your vision? And then what was it like when you finally found the one who did see the vision?
So nobody ever saw the vision. To be honest, the only people that I was able to associate myself with is when I started hanging out with other photographers and filmmakers that had the same goal, the same purpose in a way. You know, we have like different type of routes. Some might be in the corporate realm, some music video, whatever the case is. But those are the only people where we kind of understand each other. So it's kind of more, I had to be around that type of circle. Because around this other circle, they just wanted to hang out. They had a regular job, and that's all they wanted to do. They're never gonna understand the vision because that's where they're at, and that's fine. You know, that's where they want to stand. But when you have a bigger goal, a bigger, you know, something bigger that you're watching and you want to be at, dude, it takes a lot, and not anyone's gonna. There's a reason why there's only very few people that make it. It's because, again, you know, not everyone has that same motive, and it takes a lot. And it took me a lot to be where I'm at right now, at least.
So switching your circle. You had to get out of that.
And on top of that, actually, I had to cut 2 best friends. So I had a best friend when I just started photography, like just the beginning stages. I'm talking about like the first 3 months. I had a homie, my best friend, bro. To this day, I still hang out with him, obviously. Not as rare, but I hang out with him.
Yeah, but you started still in contact with him.
So what I had to do, and I'm telling you, like, I had so many things I went through. So with this one he was my best friend, and I was like, it got to the point where I want to take photos. I think I took him out to like 3 different places for fun. Yeah, just of course I wasn't getting paid nothing. It was just to go out and shoot. And then he was just kind of at first he was like, yeah, I'll roll with you. And then eventually he's like, oh, he was kind of like, I just kind of felt that like, oh, I kind of want to like, are we done? Are we done? So I was like, man, like this dude's holding me back. Like I want to keep shooting, but he's over here like, I feel that vibe. Right. So slowly, like, I had to just kind of cut him out slowly, and like, hey man, like then I did my own thing. So I had to cut out 2 close homies, not because they did anything wrong, but it's more of like I just can't be around someone that I don't have that right vibe that gives me that energy. Right. You know, they were doing their thing. To this day, honestly, it sucks, but they're doing the same damn thing they were doing 5 years ago. Yeah. For me, bro, I wasn't trying to do that. So I had to push them to the side and just see who I meet down the line. But I had to cut away some best friends, and everyone's gonna have to go through. It's priorities at the end of the day, not friendship, all that. Like, you know, if they're your true friends, they're gonna understand. Right. And that's what happened with me and him. I still invite him to parties when I have parties and or anything like that. But I just don't hang out with him like I used to, just because of that reason. It's just our minds are not in the same place.
So it sounds like once you kind of changed over to I'm gonna do this full time, you had to just completely rechange your entire life. Starting from the job to family to friends. You just pretty much cleaned the entire slate clean and just restarted.
That's really what it was.
So what is it like restarting?
It's lonely. It's lonely. It's not easy. You're just sitting down. You're like, man, like you wish you can talk to somebody. You can't. You see everyone partying. You see everyone having a good time. They're going on weekend. You know, the whole family's getting together. You're over here in the freaking dark in a room with a computer, just like trying to get better, trying to change your life. And it sucks. And, you know, it's like sometimes you feel like at the beginning stages, like, did I make the right choice? But then again, I'll tell everybody, like, you look, the one thing you're going to understand is years later, you're the one that's going to be chilling. Like, you might still be working, but you're going to be making far more money, which is going to allow you to have more options compared to them. They have to go to work 9 to 5. They have to do it on a day-to-day. Right. You don't have to. You choose your schedule. As myself, I choose my schedule now. So it took 5 years, but now I'm not getting the last laugh. I'm getting the better life because I worked for it, right? And that's really what's going to happen. You're going to be lonely as hell. You're going to be questioning yourself that am I making the right choices? Right. But stick to it, and you'll be surprised what, you know. Yeah, what happens.
Now, he's being humble. He doesn't get the last laugh. I don't have to be humble. Mario gets the last laugh.
I'll laugh for that
one. Mario's laughing and you're not.
Oh, my God.
Dude, that's what's up, though. All right, so kind of switching over from the filmmaking part of it to now, because I remember how miserable you were. You got to a point where your passion, your love was now your misery. 100%. We would go to the gym and you would be so mad, stressed out. This man is probably, because no one knows. It's so funny, like the perception of you. Everyone thinks Mario is just, Mario's doing great. He's peaches and gumdrops and unicorns. But I got to see the behind the scenes. And I'd be like, boy, if y'all really knew, Mario be cussing people out. I'm like, what's wrong with him? He's like, nothing, man. It's had a long day. I'm like, sheesh, I can tell. So what was it like? Well, yeah, let me slow it down a little bit. What was it like when your passion and your love now was becoming your headache? What was that like?
It was a tough transition. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. It was more of like I'm working, I'm editing. Yeah. I'm excited. It's fun. People are paying me. It's fun. It got to the point where like, dude, I don't remember having fun anymore. Like, well, what just happened? So, of course, with me getting myself into that mess, I had to kind of transition myself. Again, this is for another video, but that's why I jumped into trying to get myself in different passive income.
Right.
So again, that's why I got Mario Land Studios. I'm trying to find ways to alleviate, like I don't have to get so many jobs in order to make a certain amount of money that I want, right? It's more of like, can I do this for fun? Can I take a month off and work on a passion project?
Right.
So that's really what it is, like trying to just figure it out. And that's what I'm doing right now. Just really, from getting the studios and everything to just because, if at one point in life, bro, I was fucking stressed out. I was like, dude, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? Like just working. Like I can't even pick up that damn camera and shoot for fun.
Right. Yeah.
Or I can't even practice the editing because 5 people are on my shoulders. Where's the video done at? Like what the hell, bro?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I just shot your video. Like, I don't understand that. So yeah, it got frustrated. So that's why I try to get studio in hopes of succeeding. So I could take basically less jobs, and focus more on just having fun, like YouTube, probably like what we're doing today. To be honest, this is the first time in 5 years that I took a week and a half off. Or maybe 2 weeks, but yeah, this is the first time I ever have like a long vacation.
Good.
And I told everyone, till January 3rd, do not hit me about filming or editing. I don't give a shit. Like,
leave me alone.
Leave me alone. That's really what it was. So,
no, I feel you. Yeah, because I think when we always say like a job, at least for me, it's a place you're at that you don't want to be at, but you got to do it because we have bills.
100%.
So yeah, your passion, your love, photography, shooting became your job.
Yeah.
You was just doing it. It was making great money. And I think a lot of the time we chase money so much, especially nowadays in today's world, everything is so materialistic. And don't get me wrong, I really like money. And if someone just gave me $1 million, I would not argue. But I think there's a part where the selling your soul comes into it. Like, when do you draw the line of, okay, I've made enough money. Now it's about being happy and enjoying life, because of you don't want to get into a zone where you're working 10, 12 hours. Like you said, you were working months, no days off, just miserable. So how do you walk the fine line of chasing money, because you do want to be a millionaire, you do want to help people, with also not going too crazy to where you lose yourself in chasing the money?
That's where passive income comes in. That's where you start figuring out, okay, what can I do to work really hard at this? But then after that, I could kind of take a lot of steps away from this and still make the money. So you're not overworking yourself. You're not really chasing money. At this moment, money's coming towards you.
Right.
Working on your brand. That's another thing that I've been trying to do, where, again, since I've been working on my brand, back then it was more of like, thankfully an artist hit me up or a client hit me up to do work. Now they just come at me left and right. So that's what building your brand. Now they come towards you. So that's really what it was. It was working my brand and, building passive income, so I don't have to always work and chase the bag and like, I want to get this much. If you work on different multiple businesses where you get passive income, the money's gonna come, and from there, just you'll eventually see like, okay, I'm making so and so. Right. But yeah, I mean, so I don't have to overwork myself to reach that certain amount. I just decided to like just work on passive income so I could take breaks, and I know my filmmaking money will be my money, and then everything else I'm making could just be for bills or for savings, whatever the case is. But I don't need to be making a lot, to be honest, no more. As long as I'm making solid amount, I'm pretty cool.
Enough to where you can handle all your stuff, but mainly sound like you're just trying to get back to shooting for fun.
Exactly.
For the passion.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. So how would you help someone, a new videographer who is trying to keep their passion with the shooting while also still earning income? How would you kind of help them?
I think, I mean, I guess, hopefully there's someone out there that can say something better. For me, it's more of from experience. You're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to go through the route where you're going to hate it.
It's just inevitable.
It's just something you can't escape unless, again, someone else comes in. Now, I will say there is one way, and that other way is you stay at your full-time job until you build a solid, solid foundation, and then you're able to, and you saved up and you racked a lot, so you have savings on the side.
Yeah.
That is one way. But if you're just trying to say fuck it like me and go all in, you're gonna have to take jobs you're not gonna want to take, and you're gonna have to work like a dumbass, and you're gonna be like me, where you're gonna eventually hate it.
Yeah.
So there is that way where you stay at your full-time job until you get your savings, you get yourself ready, you build your brand, that'll be like the one way.
Okay.
For sure. We just gonna have to be at a full-time job. Ain't nobody trying to be, especially as a creator, bro, because
it's hard.
When you're editing mentally, bro, you're drained.
Yeah.
Like, you're physically, it's not hard, it's mentally. So if you're editing and then you gotta go 9 to 5, bro, your mind is fried. You're tired. So that's what I went through.
Yeah. Unless you love your 9 to 5, which I don't know many people who do. But if you do, shout out to you. That is a blessing right there.
You must have a good job. If that's the case. I never had a 9 to 5 that I enjoy.
Right, I hate clocking in. I'm
here we go. Another day. That's what it was. Here we go.
Some more bullshit. Yo, that's what's up though, Mario, man. So yeah, just seeing your growth from just where you started from to where you are now. It was a fast 5 years, I'll tell you that much. It seemed like it was in like 2 or 3.
I know.
Everything just happened so
fast.
quick.
Yeah.
Everything just happened so quick. So what do you got planned for? What's the future of Mario looking like? I know you got some big stuff. I don't know how much you want to reveal, but I know you got some stuff in the closet.
To be honest, I don't. I kind of just go day to day, bro, month to month. Like, I'm more of like, if something pops in my head, I'm the type of guy who's like, I'm gonna do it. You know me, right? Like, when you remember when we were working out, I was like, bro, I want a studio. And all of a sudden, that's like trying to look for a studio. Like, bro, I don't make plans. I let God just take care of that for me.
Yeah.
Like, just like the new studio, bro. Yeah, I want a new studio, but it wasn't planned or nothing. It was more of like,
kind of happened.
You saw the only thing I wanted was the arcade.
Right.
Like, everything else, bro, was just like
just kind of happened.
Yeah, like the strip club set, all that, bro. It just happened organically. It wasn't like something I was looking to do.
Yeah.
So I just let everything just happen. Make no plans, because nothing's for sure.
Yeah.
God can always have change of plans for you. So I just play it by ear, day to day.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it, man. But
they say, what is it? If you want to make God laugh, make a plan. That is serious. He will blow your plan up before you blink.
100%.
I'm like, so much for the plan I had for August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm more of like my haircuts. I always hit on my barber the night before. Hey, bro, you free tomorrow? Because, like, dude, I'm not the type of guy. I can't say a week later and then a job comes that day. I don't want to waste his time or lock someone else in. So I already know how my schedule is. So I just try to do everything day to day, bro. And I don't plan nothing, bro. I just
go with it.
Just go with whatever the day brings me. I have my ideas for the day, but if it don't happen, there's always tomorrow.
I feel you. No, it sounds like what I got from this entire talk was everything's organic. And in today's society, you don't see that. Everything is forced. It's cringeworthy. I know you've been on Instagram or just talking about some of the artists and you just hear them and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's just so forced and cringe. And I'm just like, stop. With yours, it's like, it just flows as it should. I think that's what it is. When you're doing with your passion, what you want to love to do, it should just be organic and authentic, not forced and cringed. So I think this would be our last one. How do you keep it authentic and organic?
It's just passion, dude. Like, you have to have a passion for it. If you have passion, you're just gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's gonna come fake out of you. It's just something you enjoy. You're gonna find a lot of people. There's a lot of people. I've met a lot of. Dude, there was one time I was doing a gaffer set. I was doing some lighting for a director. And there was one of his friends were there. He's like, "Oh, what's up, bro? I make bad videos look good." Just like, that's the way he confronted me. Then another guy's like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" Instead of introducing me with his name, he's like, "I'm the dopest photographer in LA." That's exactly how he. So I was just like, what is going on? Like, you guys all have big egos, and
Yeah.
I've never been about that. I'm more of like, just do the damn thing.
Yeah.
And stay, positive and stay humble. Like, my dad always taught me, stay humble. You ain't got to speak big about yourself. You know, let your work speak for itself. Let people work, speak for you as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, it's a lot of fake, a lot of things, but I just try to keep it just organic as possible, as me as I possibly.
Yeah.
Because you can't be two sides. People will catch that.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta just be you, bro, and just do you. And for me, it's just, this is passion to me. A lot of people that I don't do it for the money. For me, it's money's gonna come. Like, I'm just working, and I seen it. Money comes as if you enjoy something that much and you put a lot of work, because it's a passion. You're not knowing you're putting that much work into it.
Yeah.
Money's gonna come, bro. Money comes with something you enjoy and you're gifted with, right? So I guess God gifted me, because money comes, and I'm thankful for it, because I'm able to feed myself.
Yeah.
I like my tacos.
Yes, you do.
So you guys see the taco logo? It's 100%.
He loves his tacos. I can attest to it.
100%, and we're gonna get some after.
Yes.
So, yeah, man. I mean, I guess to wrap this whole thing up, the last thing I could probably tell a lot of people, I don't know if you were there or not, but I remember the moment I quit Home Depot, or I was questioning. So this is what it was. At Home Depot, I was working from 7 p.m. till 3:30 in the morning, and then from 3:30 in the morning till technically 6:30, I had to go clean a job, a building. So with that job, I had to clean toilets. I had to do that. So I was working 2 jobs. On top of that, then I got home at like 7. I took a nap from 7 to 10, and then 10 to 11. That's when I'll go to the gym sometimes. Right. And then from there, I'll edit all the way till I go back to work. So it was a lot of work, a lot of, working 2 jobs. Again, I was in credit card debt, so I had to kind of have all these type of jobs, and just it kind of sucked, because I didn't know I was gonna make this. If it was, I probably wouldn't have. Of course, no one ever knows. So I mean, what happened with all this, what I'm trying to get with this is, I remember one time at the gym, it probably was a Saturday night, bro. I remember everybody's out there partying. There was a family party, and I decided to go to the gym, because the gym is a good place for me to mentally to get out of whatever the fuck I'm going through.
Yeah.
And when I was in the gym, bro, I remember, and it was 24 right there in Morovia. I broke down.
Oh shoot!
I broke down, bro. I was by myself in that open, where we all live and stuff. I broke down, bro. Nobody was around, and I was like, I swear, I sat down and I told God, like, I can't do this anymore, bro. I was fucking dead. I wasn't sleeping. Yeah. I was overworking. I was like, but of course, due to my debt, I had to kind of do it to get out. But it was like, it was too much, and I told God, like, please let me know, because I can't keep doing this. Like, this is too much. 2 years in, that's when I broke down, and I was like, I can't. Like, my body was just like, no more. Like, you're tired, you're drained, your mind's not there. So that's when I decided to eventually, like, I think a few months after, I pulled the plug and I quit Home Depot, and I went all into this filmmaking thing. But yeah, bro, like, I went through the deepest of the darkest, and it took a lot to just say, dude, I'm gonna have to quit, and I'm gonna have to figure it out. That's why I went Uber, Lyft. I was like, there is other possibilities, but it's just the scared of making that jump. And the way I'll tell everybody is like, dude, if you have belief in yourself, well, one thing is believing in yourself, but one thing is being real with yourself as well. You can't just be like, oh, I want to do this, and you're gonna do it. Like, no, you also have to understand, like, do you trust your work ethic? Are you really gonna put the work in, or are you that type of guy that gets distracted with everything? Like, dude, I didn't spend my time looking at people what they're doing on social media. During that, the growth of myself was, dude, I was just working. I didn't give a damn what was going on in social media. I was watching YouTube videos because it was filmmaking related, but it was just more of like, dude, I was just going in and in and in. But dude, I mean, I went through a dark phase, and no one ever knows about these things, but it's something that a lot of people probably will go through, and that's where it defines you. Like, are you willing to give it all up, or are you willing to, like, keep going and just what mine was just because I was in debt, I had to kind of do all this shit. But for others, it might be like, I'm not getting booked a lot. Is it am I good enough? Sometimes you are good. Sometimes it takes a while for you to get to the next level. Like, I was stuck in $200, $400, $600 budgets for a long time. And of course, I grew up in the hood where $600, bro, like, we can't pay that. But you guys could get to getting paid $2,000, $5,000. It takes years. Yeah, it took me 5 years to get to these type of budgets. But you can get there and make your 5, 10, 15 racks a month. A job. Yeah. But it takes time. So don't put your head down. Don't think you're doing something wrong. Sometimes it's just in time, and the right time will come. If you're really that talented, it's gonna come your way, and you gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta be real with yourself.
Yeah.
And if you are good, it's gonna happen. But again, remain humble, please. Do not be that big ego filmmaker that be posting on social media. I'm the hottest filmmaker in town, and don't do that. You look so stupid. And I hate people like that, man.
It's everywhere.
Let people talk for you, man. But yeah, that's pretty much all I could say. You got any last things or?
Yeah, we gotta bring up the other GOAT.
Which one?
Jesus, God, the GOAT. You brought him up quite a few times, my guy. Leaning on him, what was that like? Because he's an interesting one, right? You'll feel so alone, and you're like, homeboy, can you please help me out? I'm dying. So yeah, and even like you said, when you broke down, you said to God, like, I can't do this anymore. How has that been your journey with God through all this? Which, if you don't believe in God, that's fine. All right, so I don't need none of y'all being sensitive again. But how was that like, just dealing with that?
Dude, I mean, I feel like, at that moment when you're gonna be alone in this career, any career, to be honest, that you're trying to grow in,
You're gonna be solo.
no one's gonna believe in you, so you're gonna be solo. And he's the only one that's gonna be around to like kind of like, hopefully, you talk to him, he'll hear you out. Again, like I said, like, you could talk to him, but I tell everybody, if God already gave you the full health, the arms, the ears, the legs, all that to move in this world, he's giving you everything. Now everything else you're gonna tell him, he's gonna hear you out, but he's not gonna freaking like give you everything. You gotta put the work in. But just talk to him. He's gonna guide you in the right path. Everything is in time. That's what I learned. Some of us we're so hesitant, like we want to get there now, but it does take time. Unfortunately, that's the one thing we all hate, because time, we don't know how much time we got in this world, but you got to keep working. And yeah, I feel like he was one of the only ones, along with my girl, that I had by myself.
Yeah, you can always talk to him.
Yeah. Even during the depression that I went through, bro, it was just God that I was always talking to him, and I'm like, please help my health out, because bro, I'm sleeping like, that was a phase, bro. I was sleeping like 18 hours a day. Or I guess 8 hours of a job, and then the rest was sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah,
that was for about 8 months. And that was during that was actually right before filmmaking. Filmmaking actually took me out of my depression.
Okay, so you started doing that to kind of get yourself.
It kind of took me away from just sleeping.
Yeah.
So actually, photography just saved me from depression too, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, photography was just like my blessing, bro, of everything. Like,
it was. It's a God-given gift.
Yeah, he took me out of my misery, man. So that's why I enjoy this shit. It took me out of something that I completely forgot. I just brought it up right now, but
yeah, you was depressed, and then now look at you. Eating tacos and not depressed.
And enjoying it.
Wait, that's what's up. That's a blessing though, man.
Yeah.
When God gives you a blessing, but use it.
100%.
Use it.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. We're gonna wrap up this Raw Talk podcast. Again, if you guys have any questions or anything you guys want to leave below, feel free to do so. I'll respond. If you guys have any questions as far as like some things you guys might be doing, or maybe hopefully I can guide you guys with some advice. But yeah, just go all in. That's all I can say. Go all in, and in time things will start clicking. So that's pretty much it. Peace out, guys. Taco time. You know the deal. Out.
Peace.
All right.
All right, Mar.